Hello friends, welcome back once again to the Cantor's Corner. This week we read Parshat Tzav, coming from the word to command. So these are things that Moses is commanding the people of Israel to do. So many of those things that Moses commands the people to do is how to offer up sacrifices. And there are several different kinds. We don't have to get into those details, but I'm sure you're wondering, why do these sacrifices even matter? Why are we thinking about them? That's not what we use today. Well, I think it's important to look at context. And the context that we have here is that these sacrifices were the method by which people connected with God. These days, we like to use our words, or as the rabbis use to justify using words, parim sifatenu, the bulls or cows of our lips. So instead of offering up animals, we'll offer up words instead, especially since we don't have the temple to use anymore. So I look at this in a slightly different manner. I like to incorporate a little bit of what Martin Buber has to say on the matter. He liked to look in his book Ich und Du, I and Thou, that the relationship that one has with God is akin to the personal relationships that we have with individuals. And so by experiencing a truly powerful relationship with another person, it's possible to glean an aspect of God. I take that idea to heart and extend it slightly. So if we are to look at people as B'Tselem Elohim, in the image of God, then that means, by this idea, that perhaps each person contains a unique piece of God inside of them. So by interacting with someone else, well, you see a new piece of God. That is part of the reason why I care so much about social justice issues. Because if each person is in the image of God, and by experiencing another individual, we are seeing a part of God through that, well, then each person deserves to be treated with dignity and respect, and to have all of their rights be honored. I implore you, friends, that if we are to take on this idea of every person being in the image of God, and if we are to connect with God as we are instructed to do in this week's Parsha, then go out and connect with plenty more people, especially those who think differently than you, act differently than you, believe differently than you. Through each one of those interactions, we can experience a little bit more of God, and we can help bring about a time where each person is given the dignity that they deserve.